Action! Yo, what up guys, I go to show the energy. Today I want to talk about the full moon that happened this morning on the 19th of April 2019 at 4:12 in the morning. The full moon, what it brought us was, it literally was just super magical because it's the past new moon. We got all this like amazing manifestation energy. And a new moon, when it happened on March 20th of 2019, I didn't make a video on this, but I made a video on IGTV. Brought us like a really powerful energy to manifest everything quickly. It kind of like raised all the energy really high, and so like we literally were able to manifest things much quicker. The synchronicity was up the roof and etc. But we also got this really crazy imbalance thing going on. It was very full of turbulence. It was just kind of like it was almost like unbearable to actually kind of have a perfect balance life. I mean, the past 3 weeks, literally, I've been sleeping like at 3, 4 in the morning every day because I would literally go to bed and my mind was so awake. And the reason why, because there's so much energy like just channeling through me, through my mind, through my body. And literally, like if I just close my eyes for like a few seconds, I felt the vibrations. I felt like a full-blown conduit, you know. And so I was like, when is this gonna finish? So last night, which was the 19th, I guess 18th evening, but 19th morning, I went to bed at like 1:45 and I slept so good because the full moon at 4:12 a.m. that happened at Pacific time PST. In different continents, obviously it was different times, but for me it was PST 4:12 a.m. I slept so good, and this morning I woke up and my Whoop, which I have this band called Whoop, it's just kind of like this the physiology band that you just wear and it tells you how you slept and etc. It just gave me the stat that recovery was 80%, and actually I can even show you. So recovery was 80%, which is really like really good. And my sleep was great also. I slept perfect 100%. That's just sleep. This was like really great because usually I don't sleep that well. Like this past 3 weeks, like I just told you, I will sleep like maybe like, I mean I will sleep like 6-7 hours, but it will be a really like weird sleep cycles, like 4 a.m. till 11 or 5 a.m. to 11, which literally kind of made me feel like a zombie. Let's not forget that when we sleep irregular hours, our body doesn't really like that because we're literally telling the body, hey, sleep at this hour and then sleep at this hour. And usually you have to sleep at night to actually get a really good sleep, because nighttime is when our inner being actually travels into the astral and kind of does its own things, and that's the reason why your body is so full of sleep. When you sleep during the day, your thing still travels, but it doesn't have that same, the moon being up there when we're sleeping is really important for us, you know? New full moon, let's just get back to this full moon. So the new moon last month, just really quick, it heightened our energy to manifest things quicker, to be more in synchrony, but it also gave us imbalance, because that was just kind of because we were transforming our energy. So the imbalance was kind of normal because the turbulence had to kind of come with the territory. Let's just put it that way. So the imbalance came with the territory of turbulence, and so with this full moon that happened last night, actually this morning, really, it literally gave us the perfect balance now. Like today, I definitely felt like last night's sleeping was already like a big check mark, like great job, you know? What really stood out was I felt the imbalance, but I also felt balance. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I felt I was kind of like transforming. I was kind of like being molded to a perfect balance. You know, I actually had a balance of like my day. I was able to do my preach video like on my Instagram, like a really good example. Preach video, preach a few posts within like an hour and a half kind of a window. And then I went to the gym daytime. It kind of, I literally felt that balance. Like before I would go to the gym at like 11 p.m. I would barely do my videos like at 12 a.m. afterwards. And then I would do a post. It's like, it would go like kind of like this. And now, even though it was a little chaotic in the morning, even though it was actually a good day, but I kind of like felt that I was already feeling the balance, because with this full moon, what it's bringing us is a balance with heightened energy. If you're already feeling the heightened energy from the new moon that happened last month, or the full moon, same almost, like it was so like the closing part. But if you're feeling that, I mean, you literally will now even feel even more heightened, because now you will actually have a heightened energy. You kind of like, we kind of are now on a different higher level of synchronicity, and now our synchronicities are actually like, we can actually validate and actually connect dots, like saying, okay, so this happened, this, so that makes sense. Like it's almost like now it's more clear and before it was kind of blurry. So now our synchronicities are like, they're like a link to each other in a really clear way for us to see, okay, like last I saw this thing and this happened. Like our like third eye kind of, our pineal gland is literally more observant, if you want to put it, and we are now seeing everything more better. But one thing we should do in this period is the balance comes with our own, like we have to actually show some effort. So what we have to do is we have to kind of like in this period be more balanced by not living in the past or with any guilt of anything, and by living with forgiveness. And just because it is also a time of letting things go, kind of like healing ourselves more, because it is kind of I mean, I guess when we have to find more balance, we need to let things go so we can have a clear mind and live in the present moment, in the now, because past, future doesn't exist. Everything is now happening. There's no like linear time zone. It's all like now. It's like, kind of like, think of it like vertical, not horizontal, you know. It's just now. It's kind of like when you're in when the airplane is like flying and the guy was like that. It's like now. I think you got the point. Anyways, so that was kind of dumb, but I mean, I just wanted kind of to make sure that you get the point that new moon is asking us to have more clear thoughts and to kind of feel more relaxed and to just feel more chill. Like, so what it's asking us is, even though we have all this synchronicities coming together and we are now more balanced, but it's asking us that with balance for us to even be more spiritual and more like a 5D kind of like think like a 5D, like everything that just love, like no more like overreacting on anything, forgiving whatever happened yesterday, forgiving whatever happened a year ago, giving ourselves much, forgiving and letting go things that no longer belong to us. That's what the new moon is also asking for us, because even if we have the most, like the tiniest bit of things that that happened in the past and we haven't gone over that, like we are still thinking about that, like how did that happen. I have to breathe for a second, sorry. If we kind of like are still going back and saying, okay, why did that happen, etc., etc., we're still living in the past. So this new moon is asking us to literally kind of like almost like ironclad, like clean off our slate of everything that happened in the past, even yesterday, and literally live in the now without caring so much. We need to live in a carefree way in the under the new moon, with this new era, with this new zone, this new period, for us to kind of be able to balance ourselves, because the energy is so heightened that if we literally stumble and we go back and live in the past for even a day, we're gonna like throw like a really big kind of a tantrum and we're just gonna go like spiral, you know. So we need to literally be really observant of our balance and what's really causing us the imbalance, even as we are actually getting the balance back to order. Ourselves have to be balanced to actually match that balanced energy for us to actually ascend, you know. That's the reason why it is really important with this full moon for us to actually feel the balance. And the way you feel balance is by living in the now, not living in the past, forgiving everything that happened in the past, forgiving yourself, forgiving everyone, loving everyone unconditionally, feeling gratitude for everything you have, for now, for the future, for everything that's gonna happen. Because when you have these things all like kind of like check marked and fulfilled and kind of covered and cleared and actually conquered, then you are living like literally with a perfect balance. And by living with a perfect balance, you're living with like open arms. So when you're living with open arms, you're gonna get things that is coming in the future. Like right now, everyone is posting this. Like literally, everyone is feeling it so strongly that they're like, I'm seeing posts like crazy, like on the same kind of the brackets. People are saying, I'm so grateful for the future that's gonna come for me right now. Like everyone is feeling that they're gonna get something really big. Like the abundance is on its way. Everyone is really feeling this. Like literally, I kid you not, I'm right now getting some goosebumps. I kid you not. I can actually show you. Do you see it? It's a little bit. Do you see it? Yeah, it's goosebumps. So I mean, I'm feeling it, and these people are feeling it too. And I love the collective feel, because that's the most powerful feel. Because when you have a collective, like all of us, the collective consciousness happening, and we're all like connected to that one consciousness, right? When we have this collective vote, kind of this collective voice of everyone feeling that they are happy and full of gratitude for things that are coming, and they're actually looking forward to it, and they're actually feeling the vibes that is happening soon. That's when you really know that it's happening, because everyone is feeling it on the same level, you know. Because you see, like there's this thing that when something is about to happen, we literally get this kind of like, think of it as like this magic spell, kind of like in like Harry Potter, but I think it's Harry Potter too, like kind of like Hook, you know, when thing, the like, I think her name was Twinkle. No, wait, I can't remember. The little thingy, the fairy, I believe. It's kind of like, think of it like the higher energy people. The universe is like, it's throwing some little like sprinkles all over our planet and our like Earth. And so we're all feeling this, you know. That's how we know things. That's why, because we get the downloads, we get these thoughts that is not our thoughts, and we know that because if it was our thoughts, we would have been like, we wouldn't be so like lifted up and just talking about that, you know. We'll be like, yeah, just an ordinary, you know. So my point is, it's crazy how we're all feeling this. So my point is, if you really wanna be up to speed and ascend with this new full moon, you gotta like live with full forgiveness, full awareness, be super observant, be spiritually like whatever you approach you're doing, approach it like, think before you approach, think before you speak, like make sure everything is that you do is actually worth your time. Don't waste your time, because when you're wasting time, the universe is gonna start giving you all the good notions and the guidance, because if you're not following the guide, they're not gonna actually just sit there and just wait for you. They're just gonna wait for you to find yourself, because at the end of the day, it is a free will. So make sure whatever things you get, like whatever synchronicities you get, that synchronicities are pretty much like guides, you know. So when we get synchronicities, they are meant for us to say, okay, here you go. Let's say there's days that I'm like literally not feeling that perfect balance, so I get the 10-10. And when I Google it, it says focus on your thoughts. Your thoughts are really powerful. Like, don't like go off tangent, you know. So I know. And then if I'm really like on point, then I get the triple force, or I see a lot of force. Force means you're on the right track, you're exactly where you're supposed to be on your timeline and on your purpose. So like this synchronicity, everything is a synchronicity. Whether you're watching a movie and there's a part of it that you're like, wow, this feels so, I can resonate with this, you know, vibrationally. That's because that was a synchronicity, a message that the higher, your higher being, or the archangels, like a Megatron, wanted you to see that part of the movie just for a glance. So when you're like maybe like washing the dishes or making some food, you just glance for a second just to see what's going on TV or your YouTube or your iPhone, you know, anything. I don't know if anyone still watches TV anymore, but just saying, like anything that happens, it doesn't have to be numbers. Everything is guidance. So when you get those guidance, they're actually special and they're just tailored for you. If you really want that guidance to be recognized and appreciated and actually given more and just in a continuous like infinite way, then you must follow those steps and actually kind of satisfy them by whatever they are guiding you to do. And by doing so, that's when you will be given more guidance. So that's a trick. The whole thing is, with this full moon, you're gonna see this more and more often, and you're actually gonna like recognize what they mean. So next time when you see these letters or numbers or like a sign saying something like on a billboard, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, that means this. It's almost gonna feel like your inner being is now you. You have a full integration, and you're actually gonna be able to almost like define what that synchronicity is. Like you're gonna just look at it and say, yeah, right now it's triple threes. Triple threes usually means like all the angels are like around you, but for you at that second, because triple threes can mean many things, but to you it's gonna be like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do right now. That thing that I was supposed to do and I was thinking about that, I should do it right now. Like it's always gonna be like you're gonna be able to decipher, like decode numbers and stuff that you see, kind of like almost organically. You're gonna be like, wow, how do I do that? And that's gonna blow your mind. And the reason why, because the higher beings, they kind of give you this perfect thing for you to recognize and be surprised and actually happy about it, for you to actually commit to it and do it. Otherwise, if they gave you something that was super like ordinary, you wouldn't even feel like the wow effect, and you would be like, why am I even gonna follow this up, you know? Or like, why am I even gonna look this up or try to fulfill it or try to like kind of complete it, you know? That's what the full moon is going to bring to us, and it is literally on, and it is tonight. It is literally like right now. Like 11:37 is like literally right now, almost. Wow, 11:38. And guess what that is? 3 plus 8 is 11, so it's 4:11. So that's like 11:11 in like how it's telling right now. With this new thing, I literally saw a number, and it's 11:38. But to me, that means 11:11. Do you know why? Because 8 plus 3 is 11. So that's what I'm talking about. So you're gonna see these things. You're gonna see like 5 and a 6, like 11:56, and you're gonna be like, wow, that's 11:11. It's because everything is just gonna like literally kind of, it's gonna define itself for you, because you are that, because of the energy is so powerful and your balance is so perfect. And when I say balance, I also mean alignment. your vibrational like alignment is going to literally be so perfect, and with a full moon, that you're gonna be able to see things, define things, know things, and choose to do things based on this with full certainty that it's the right way to go, without even questioning it for a single second. With this new balance that we have, we're gonna like feel like this really high level divine, and we're gonna be able to actually tap or sync ourselves into this new highest grid, which is gonna give us this same consciousness as like God. Literally gonna feel like how Jesus Christ felt, or how many of the other angels that were here back in the days when they actually talked about them. We're gonna feel that consciousness, because at this level we're literally getting so close to the ascension in the next few years that we're already feeling this way. And the reason why we're gonna feel this way, just like Jesus Christ felt, even though I'm not talking about any religion, or how Buddha felt, or how Gandhi felt, or many people felt, the reason why you're feeling this way, or I'm feeling this way, and we're going to feel, I'm already feeling this way almost. I'm literally almost there. And I'm sure you are too if you're watching this, maybe. I'm not sure who you are, and I can't really define for you, but if you feel this way, it's normal. The reason why you feel this way, because only a few of us are like chosen, kind of. I'm not talking about the Jewish culture or being Israeli or anything. I'm just talking about like you can be like Indian, Buddhist, Hindu, Buddhist, Vietnamese, any culture, doesn't matter. You like really like chosen as the super awakened to be able to, when the time is near, for us to be able to actually spread that and actually get people to follow us and kind of like learn from us, not like worship us, but learn from us. That's the reason why we're like kind of like picked first, like as the odd people that are capable of actually like delivering. Like right now, I'm actually making this video, and I didn't have anything prepped up, like nothing. Everything is flowing in, you know. And the reason why, because I'm actually channeling right now, and right now I just got goosebumps actually by saying that. It's just because it's just amazing how that feels. And it's just all about like putting in some of the thoughts, and then they just kind of like just guide you to say what you gotta say. So in the next few months, expect to feel this really powerful, like godly like consciousness, like that is as pure as gold. Not the L, like I was just saying that on my previous day. Like you're gonna feel the God's consciousness that is going to feel as pure as gold, without the L, which means that it's going to feel so real and so powerful. And you know how gold is very it has a really good contact, because with like I guess electricity. That's why like many like cables are made out of gold plate, because it is the most what's the word, conductivity, I guess. Yeah, that's the word, conductivity. That's what they just told me. That's the reason why you're gonna feel as pure as gold. The way you're gonna feel like this higher divine grid energy, like really high frequency energy, where you're gonna feel like you're God. You're gonna see everything through the eyes of a God, of the higher source, higher power, anything you want to think of, like just it can be your God. It's just really bright, beautiful, unconditional, infinite bliss love. You know, you're gonna feel that consciousness, and whatever you see, you're gonna treat everyone like by just giving them, giving. Because when you start giving, you're gonna literally be feeling like Christ or Buddha or anyone, because you're gonna realize how, since you're oneness, you're literally giving another aspect of yourself. So let's say, by doing something like, by doing a really huge favor for a total stranger, well, I've done a lot like before without even knowing. There's one time, I'll tell you a quick story. This guy, he was from, actually he used to work for the government, for the naval base. He had a van that was literally, he was at this shopping center where I usually like go to buy my kombucha, the Albertsons. And if you're watching this, Tony, I'm talking to you. And his water pump was broken, and he literally has zero money to his name, because he was just getting the government check, but it was just not even enough to kind of support him. So this thing was like $400, and back then I wasn't actually doing really well myself, so I didn't have all the money in the world. But I remember I had $351 to my name, and and that was just a hard time for me. This was like five years ago. He kind of opened my eyes about the universe, the space, and everything, because he worked with the like secret government agencies. So he told me everything, showed me all the cool papers and stuff. I can't say it last time because I don't want him to get in trouble. But so anyway, so I helped him. The universe was like, told me like, hey, like right now I'm getting super goosebumps. Literally, I don't know if you can see it. Super goosebumps. Yeah, it's really crazy. It's just so awesome. So I ended up just telling him, hey buddy, I want to help you, because I feel like, I don't know, but like something like about him, I was just like, I want to help you, even though I'm always helpful. But that was like my last penny. Now I don't have any other income, and I ended up like just getting so much abundance afterwards. Like I was surprised. Like it was like, wow, like I did it unconditionally, but something huge came to me, you know. So I give him the money and I was like, just go fix it. I was like, how much do you need? He's like $400. I'm like, I have a mechanic that is actually will charge you less. So I took it to my mechanic and the guy was like 350, like 340 or 80. I was like, we only have 350. He's like, okay, that's fine. So I fixed him and he was crying and then he made me cry. It was a really sad story actually. But it was really happy story because he cried out of bliss and he's like, I can't believe there's people out there that still do this stuff, you know? And sorry, I don't want to get emotional, but I was almost getting there. I usually whenever I tell this story before, I will cry because I'm very sensitive. I'm an empath. Anyway, so after that, he told me so much that I needed to know about our body, how our DNA works, the genetics, how we're all made of this, that, etc. All the government secrets. Like I'm talking about like Area 51 kind of secret. It was really cool. And he even showed me like real documentation from the Bush Clinton administration and stamped, like signed, like real stuff, you know, like carbon copies, real stuff. Anyway, so why am I telling you this long story? Because it's gonna come to the point where you're gonna feel like God consciousness and you're gonna feel like you wanna give, help everyone because you're gonna feel like that is your job. That is literally gonna be your priority, and while you're doing so, you're gonna have so much flow of abundance, love, bliss, peace. You're gonna get so much to you by literally serving the higher purpose, serving the earth, serving the universe, actually not even earth, the universe and earth, because while you're doing this, you're going to open eyes to more people that are going to see your love. You're just doing this unconditionally and they're going to be like, wow, I'm also going to change. Like I've actually changed so many people already, like so many people. I don't want to mention it because I don't brag, but many people DM me, they're like, dude, your post, they changed my life. I stopped smoking, I stopped using marijuana, I stopped drinking, I stopped eating meat. I'm not saying you should do that, all of them, but it's nice to know an impact on the world, you know? And when you get to this point where you have this God's consciousness, you're only gonna feel like the only objective in life is going to be helping. Instead of saying, okay, what's in it for me? You're gonna be like, no, what's in it for them? You know? It's gonna be this selfless feeling that you're gonna feel organically without even trying. You're gonna feel like just super. There's many people out there already that are feeling this way, and those are the people that are also awakened, like I am. Like, and I'm sure you guys are also awakened, but that feeling is gonna be so amazing. I'm already feeling that, literally. Like, there's times that I'm doing some stuff here and there, and people are like, hey, I don't have that much money. I'm like, dude, don't worry, it's free. Done. Here you go. Done. So like, and I feel that way, and like, I do things that is really strange. People will, half the time they feel like that I'm trying to scam them, because I'm like, dude, it's okay. It's fine, just fine. Like, I would not charge them or charge them so little money that they actually think like stuff that I'm doing is actually like weird. They're like, are you sure you finished the work because you're charging me nothing or little? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Because there's times that I feel like this urge to like just give, you know? And that's what I'm talking about. When you get to that God consciousness level, right now is the 144. You're gonna literally feel that you are already on your highest level, and you're going to just feel like blown away. You're gonna feel like, and everything is gonna be so easy for you. At that point, you're gonna get so much abundance and so much wealth, so you'll be able to support yourself and not have to worry about that, to kind of focus on helping the world, because you're literally gonna be like almost like Jesus Christ, kind of. Imagine that you're gonna serve the higher, the light, the source, where we're all from, you know. And at that point, that's gonna be the most magical thing. And so that's what's happening. If you just continue with this, like the thing that I just told you, with your balance, alignment, and just forgiveness, living in the now, feeling gratitude, and feeling love, feeling unconditional love for everyone, and just following videos of like my videos or other videos of other influencers. Like, if you just follow this path, and also there's like many good books on it too, or watch even Cosmic Disclosure or Gaia, anything, any kind of any portal that you can get stuff from, like any kind of a channel. Like, as you raise yourself, and a lot of times it's just you just waiting. It's like when you get to the point of super work level status, you start getting channeled stuff, ideas, and those are not just like happening by coincidence. They'll happen for you because you'll be ready for them to actually tell you, hey, this is your next task. Or you'll be watching a video that I'm making here, and you'll be like, wow, I was supposed to watch this video because this is meant to speak to me, and it spoke to my heart because I felt the vibrational resonance, you know. So you're gonna literally feel this way naturally. So as you go forward. And so yeah, that's about it, guys. I just wanna thank you for watching. This is Ari, aka Chosen. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe down below. And if you can, like, slam on the bell so it'll echo really loud. So next time when I make a video, you'll be able to be notified by the bell. And that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I wish you guys a beautiful, amazing full moon on this beautiful day on April 19th, 11:49 p.m. while I'm making this video. It's still the 19th, as you can see. Yeah. And yeah, and have an amazing weekend too, because I'm assuming you may be at Coachella when you're watching this, or after Coachella, or if you're on your spring break, because it's a beautiful time to actually travel. Many people that I know are. And if you're doing that, have an amazing, beautiful weekend traveling, Coachellaing. It's not even a word, it doesn't matter, it's cool. Coachelling, let's just put it that way. And I will see you guys on my next video that I drop probably tomorrow. It's gonna be about Coachella, so check that out if you like. And much love, peace, always. Namaste. And stay vibey.